Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Brabham Racing. Tonight, it is round 8. We are heading to the Principality of Monaco. So yeah, apologies for the false start there. The stream stopped almost as soon as it started. I'm not quite sure what caused that, but yeah, we are up and running. And we are ready to hit Monaco for a long and potentially tortuous Grand Prix. But we have been outperforming the car quite consistently over the last few races. So I'm really hopeful that we can keep that going tonight. If we can gain a bit of track position early on, hopefully we can hold it, and then we can push forward maybe in the latter stage of the race. Safety cars could rear their head here tonight, and that will make a huge difference. And just getting through practice without destroying our cars is going to be vitally important for us. As you can see, very, very heavy weather for the Friday for both first and second practice. And we don't have a lot in the way of spare parts, as you can see. Don't have any spare rear wings now, because we're onto the new rear wing. Don't have any spare chassis left, because we keep breaking them. We do have a spare underfloor suspension, side pod and front wing, but only one of each of those. And yeah, if we have an early crash, that could become quite problematic. So fingers crossed that we will be okay in that department. Let's have a quick check with our drivers, see how they're feeling. Ricardo's pace stats do seem to have gone down ever so slightly. Bit of a shame, but to be expected, I suppose. George's stats might have gone up by a point. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see how we can do. Let me just double check that they are both running that brand new rear wing, because they should be. Yes, it is installed on both cars. So it's not going to make a massive improvement. It will help us a bit on the DRS zone, but not substantially. As you can see, our DRS is still worst on the grid. Our downforce is still worst on the grid, apart from low speed, and our dirty air is worst on the grid. So it's going to be down to the drivers tonight. Hopefully they can pull a little something out. Set our targets. We are going to go 18th with both. We should hopefully be able to manage that relatively comfortably. No team activity scheduled for either driver, which is excellent. So let's head to Monaco.
Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends in motorsport, here in Monaco. F1 descends on Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix, a glittering show on the Riviera and a crown for whoever can emerge victorious here. Space may be tight and overtakes few and far between, but that won't stop the drivers battling until the end on this iconic street circuit.
At the top of the constructors' standings right now, it's McLaren. But that could still change with so many rounds left ahead of us.
Sit tight then for the rest of the action.
How you doing, Wally? Good to see you. Right, let's get our cars prepped and set. So, Monaco is always very high downforce. Start with a baseline of a 10, 8, a 10 and a 16. We'll go with a 9.1. We'll also go with a 3.5 and a 0. And now we'll pull that back to an 8.2. That's not going to happen, so we need to pull this back a little bit. Let's go with that. See how that works. Right on the limit there with the front wing as well. Let's swap out our engine. And we'll also swap out the gearbox. Let's go with that one. Save that one there for just a sprint weekend, I think. want 23 laps for a run around Monaco. There we go. And now moving over to George, we'll start swapping out his engine first of all. Still on our first ERS, no need to change that. Again, we're going to whack the downforce all the way up. Again, we are just slightly over. Let's go to a 3.4 on that one. And we'll give that a go. Let's go 23 laps of fuel. Drop those settings down. And we're ready to send them out.
That's great.
Let's check the water level. Oh, it's only going to get worse. Look, it's going to briefly dip below 4 mil, according to our really bad weather center, with a forecast accuracy of just 36%. But it will be getting quite wet later in the session by the look of it. So probably full wets all the way through here.
Stay off the curb, it unsettles the car.
Copy.
And in case you missed it, I did post an image on the community tab earlier of the next logo I'm working on. It's a work in progress. It's further along than the image that I showed you earlier today, but it's still not finished. But do have a guess and put it in the comments. Bonus prize of my congratulations if anyone figures out. Ooh, okay, so the track got a bit drier than I thought it would. Water level's going back up. As I say, we have a rubbish weather centre, so we can't rely on it. Really do need to get it refurbed,
How's
but
your read on the balance and things?
other things are more expensive and more important at the moment. Let's have a look at our feedback. Only 74% for George. It's not ideal. And we are technically on the wrong tyre right now, so let's call him in early.
All okay with the car? That seems okay.
And
Yeah,
only
that's fine.
71% for Ricardo, so we'll call him in as well.
Bring the car
Let's
back
see
in.
what needs to change.
Yep.
Okay, so we are way off on the toe. Need to tweak the front wing. We'll bring that down to a 9.5. Let's push that back to an 8.2. Let's go back to a 10. Push that back up like that, and let's bring this up all the way up to a 1. I think that could be it, but we'll see. Let's throw some extra fuel in because we called him in early. Let's go with 32 laps of fuel. We'll keep the wets on, I think. Yeah, it is going to get wetter again. Well, it looks like it's going to get wetter again. It's getting very dry, really, at the moment. These wet tyres would not handle that weather very well. It's starting to fall apart a bit. Again, just off. So again, we'll go to an 8.2. Kind of want to push that back like that, and then push that all the way up. We'll see how that works. Again, we've called him in early, so we'll throw in some extra laps of fuel. Let's take a quick look at rookies. So we've got Bortoletto in for McLaren as well as O'Ward. Drukovic is in for Aston. Paul Aaron is in for RB. Is that Colapinto in for Haas? It is. Franco Colapinto is driving for Haas as their reserve. Who else do we have? Montoya. Sebastian Montoya is in for Sauber. And that is it. That is all of them. And there we go. Back up to full wet condition. The tyres will look after themselves a little bit better now. How you doing, Dino?
Tires are a bit on the cool side, so just watch out.
Guys on the tires.
Alright, let's see how those changes have worked. Only 82%. Oh, okay. We are still a fair way off then.
Very, very good job, guys.
What about Ricardo?
Understood, noted.
.97. Big improvement for Ricardo. And of course, we do need to learn the new rear wing. That's why our car part knowledge is down to 87%. We're going to keep them out now for another 10% or so of track knowledge. So probably until the flag. Or if they run out of fuel, whichever happens first. On that track has been a lot drier than I was expecting, so we could have got through this session with just inter tyres, probably. Never mind. Like I said, it's not like we have a wet race, so we don't have to worry about saving the tyres. Use and abuse them.
That's the checker.
What I do need to do, though, is make sure that I put some mediums on in the next session so that we have softs available. For both quali and the race. Back on the full wets again. Okay. Right. Let's see, which way can I push this? Not that way. Got to go that way so I can bring that back. Hopefully everything else stays in position. Not sure it will, but we'll try. Let's go with 35, 32 laps of fuel should be enough. And we'll start on the wets. And moving over to George. Okay, so that's narrowed the window. I have to go back to a 9-1, but we're going to have to pull it back this way, I think. Let's go with that, I think. And again, we'll go 32 laps. There we go. Sending them out.
That's green now. Green now.
One little thing I wish we could see would be this weather graph here before we actually send the cars out at the start of the session, because surely we'd have that information. Just seems silly that we're throwing tyres on and assuming that they're going to be the right tyres. They might only be the right tyres for a lap or 2 laps, and then they're the wrong tyres. It just I don't know, it just seems silly that we don't have access to that weather information at the start of the session. Right from the before we send them out, rather than waiting until we actually go into the session itself. Oh, we've got a fault for Russell.
Can we check upshifts?
Yeah, that's the gearbox. To be expected. It's only our practice gearbox, so not the end of the world. Is it temporary or is it permanent? Let's have a look. It's just a temporary fault. So hopefully that should clear up in a few laps' time. Back to full wets. Back to winters again. Very topsy-turvy. Right, we have improved, George. How much? 92.
Yeah, copy that.
Not enough. Let's call him in. Hey. Still not where we need to be. Let's go with that. Bring that down to there, and then just recorrect that to there. Front wing's now dipped too much, so we'll just have to do it like this instead. There we go. We'll put on a set of inters. And we've nailed Ricardo's setup. Excellent stuff.
That's fine.
Send George back out. I forgot to do that. we're back in full wet weather territory again. Ugh. As a result, George was lapping considerably slower, but he's now on the right tyre and Ricciardo's on the wrong tyre. At least the gearbox fault has cleared itself. Excellent stuff. Right, let's slap on that set of mediums, even if it's just for one lap. Because then we can hand that set of tyres in and save sending in 2 sets of softs again. Something you really have to pay attention to in wet weather. Need to do the same with George. I need that feedback first.
Anything we can help you with? Yeah, copy that.
And there we go. And then we'll put on the hard tyres to finish them off in the next session. Because it will be dry running. No, it should be dry running. We've been told it will be dry running. We've only gained about 5% knowledge on the rear wing, so we're not going to get that up to maximum tonight. We'll do the best we can. So we've got the hard tyres selected. We don't need to run for very long with Ricciardo. 15 laps might be enough, but I'm going to put 20 laps in so I can get a little bit of extra time with that front wing. Oh, sorry, rear wing. And then we need to run a little bit longer with George, so we're going to put 30 laps of fuel in for him. And we have now got that set up at 100.
Get ready for the green light. Just focus on getting the brakes.
Yep, understood.
We'll go up to 93%. Good stuff. I got a nice little delivery today. My Mass Effect statues of Rex and Tally that I ordered a few months back turned up today. So I've got those still boxed on my shelf to open them up to check they're okay. I'll leave them in the boxes for now. But at some point they will go into a display setting. I've also got a Thane Krios and a Liara Tassoni turn up as well. They're still at Heathrow in customs at the moment, so hopefully get those in the next 2 or 3 days. I'm hoping for Friday. I bought a Morden Solace several years ago, so he'll go very nicely with them. I did want to get the Gareth statue when that was announced at the same time as the ones I've got, but that one sold out almost instantly. Painted statues of Gareth almost immediately sell out. Yeah, he is by far the most popular companion character in Mass Effect. But at least I got my Rex. Big fan of Rex. Alright, let's call Georgian. We're at 95% now on the rear wing. That's good enough, I think. So our drivers will go into the Grand Prix with 98%. Garrison tally for the win. Yeah, I mean, I've got the tally. But for me, it was Garrison Rex. They were my favourites. And then Mord and Solace. Alright, we are just about done with practice. As prepared as we are going to be for this Grand Prix. Evening, Farah.
We're moving on now to the all-important qualifying session.
Qualifying means everything around Monaco, with little chance of overtaking in the race. Getting as far up the grid as possible and keeping the car intact is every driver's goal on this unforgiving circuit.
And we've got Daniel Ricciardo there, Karun. How do you think he'll be feeling going into this one?
We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
So get yourselves comfortable. It's going to be quite the ride.
Hobby figures as some of the figures up for pre-order. Let me have a quick Google on that. I got mine direct from BioWare. Let me quickly Google hobby figures. Yeah, those are the statues. Rex, Liara. But there is the Garrus. Alright, I am going to very quickly go ahead and put an order in for one of those. Because I missed the chance. Will be a minute. Let me at least get us out and doing our first lap while I'm placing that order. Need to swap the engine parts, etc. The ERS will be fine for this race. We will go to that new gearbox Again, the ERS will be fine on Ricardo's car, but we will go to that gearbox. Let's send them out.
Okay, should be green.
For a quick run.
Your rear tires.
Okay.
Just make sure you get some brake temp.
Yeah, copy.
I never actually played Andromeda. I still haven't played Andromeda. I've got a copy. I got it on disc. They're cheap, but I've just never played it.
So no Fred. And you go push.
Good gap ahead. Remember, mode push, mode push.
Well, there we go. Order placed. That is the one I missed. The Garrus statue. So thank you very much for that, Dino. Because I wouldn't even have thought to check. Alright, first flying lap is coming to an end. Ricardo is going to cross the line first. He sets a 109.6. What can George do? He has gone quicker in the first two sectors. And he is about 0.2 quicker. Safety Clark, how you doing? And Tony's here as well. So while we're waiting for our drivers to complete their outlap, head over to the community tab, take a look at the work in progress logo.
And try and get some brake temp before you start the push.
Headset just disconnected. See if you can identify which one it is. There we go. Drop your answers in the comments on that tab as well. Curious to see if anyone can figure out what it is that I'm working on. What's the good news, Anthony?
And you're
Did you win the Euro Millions, or are about to become recipient of a very generous donation?
Clear ahead.
No.
Remember,
Okay.
we'll push, we'll
I'm
push.
disappointed. You did Monaco after Imola, and you got ninth. Ah, congrats! So you got some points. It's not Jaguar, Clark.
Oh my word.
Right, bit of impeding going on there for George. He lost almost a second. So there's no point continuing his push lap because he won't improve. We'll call him in. Ricciardo, though, is improving. Leclerc has found a little bit of pace. And Ricciardo improves up to 6th. Finds about a 10th.
He's 6th, he's 6th.
Let's see what Hamilton can do. I think he's just starting his lap.
And white line.
Oh no, sets a time, and he is off the pace.
Start revs and then switch off.
Wonder if he got held up along with George. It's not Vauxhall, but you're not a million miles away,
Watch out, white line and pit.
I think.
So you stop in front of the garage.
Already done a Skoda, Anthony. Right, we're going to sit out the rest of the session. Let's see if Lewis can get out of Q1. Just that Ferrari's got pace, it just hasn't been getting it in qualifying for whatever reason. And there we go, he's still slower than Ricciardo. Slower than Lawson as well. The qualifying pace on that Ferrari is baffling because they've got great race pace. They're just not getting it done in qualifying. Right, we're into Q2.
That's great.
Work your brakes.
Understood.
see what kind of times we can set here in second qualifying.
We are okay on traffic.
Oh wow, those tyres are really not up to temp at all, are they? Oh, George's. I wonder if that's what's going wrong with Ferrari, if they're just not getting temperature into their tyres as well. We do have pretty decent tyre wear, brake cooling, and I wonder if that is impacting our tyre warm-up. Because even now, look, at the end of the first sector, they're still not up to temperature. I just want to see what my battery situation's like at the end of the lap. See if I could maybe do a 2-lap run on a new set of tyres. And still have full battery from...
Manual pit lane.
Oh, I hate the way it does that.
On max.
I took manual control and it immediately set him to call in. Oh, that's ruined that run. Alright, fine. Let's go 2 laps. Just take that off. Send him straight back out. George goes P3.
Let's press in button.
Copy.
We'll never know what Ricciardo could have done now. Was he quicker?
Put your tires.
Okay.
He was a 10th up in the middle sector. 4 thousandths slower in the first sector, and then the final sector, well, yeah. Disaster.
Battery is good.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'm in the way of Piastri. Oh no, Piastri's on an outlap. But I was in the way of Piastri for a minute then. Or is that Norris on an in-lap maybe? I don't know.
Switch the pit limiter on.
You can reduce the light core.
Okay, understood.
I can focus on bringing temperature in the tires.
What targets have I set? Best I can do, 18th and 18th.
Understood.
Won't be a huge amount of money. But hoping that we can maybe scrape the edge of the points again.
You have overtake available.
Okay.
Alright, tyres are still not fully up to temp, but they're a lot closer now. They should hopefully be fully up to temp by the time we hit Sandoval. There we go. Perfect. So we'll push on this lap and see what we can do Not going to be as good as it could have been had we got this done first time round, I don't think, but should definitely be some kind of improvement. In fact, we have improved because the tyres are up to temperature. It's not Peugeot either. No improvement in the middle. Tyres beyond their best now, but the final sector, we have yet to do a competitive final sector, so this should be a green. It is. And we find 1.7 seconds.
Back off more.
Right,
Yep,
so
understood.
now we know what we need to do. I'm going to go with a new set of tyres. We're going to go 2 laps, no cool down. Get that prepped.
Need some recharge.
Okay, understood.
They are a genuine car brand. They are not a British or European brand.
Daniel pit lane.
They're not Hyundai. That's
Sorry,
basically
point
just a
90
giant wonky letter
and
H.
stop in
A bit like
front of the
Honda, but
garage. The guys are waiting for
more
you.
of a slant. Right, the risk we run now is that we will hit some traffic. That's why I'm going a little earlier than would be ideal, just to try and minimise... Oh, it's a red flag. Who has crashed out? It's a Haas. Is that Lawson? Oh, it's Perez. Into the barriers at Massenet. It's not Opel.
No, I cannot believe
They're
this.
German. That's European. It's not a European.
And just like that,
Jeez. Yeah, I was waiting for someone to do that. Well, luckily, the tyres are still at 100% because we didn't go back out. Well, we didn't really even get out the pit lane. We're going to go straight away. It's not Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi is the Diamonds. not Lexus. That's just a giant L in a circle.
We'll go to high fuel now.
Yeah, copy.
Charge off.
Yeah, roger. Yep, understood.
But you are getting closer to the right path to Will.
Let's use that K1.
Yeah, copy, all good.
And use overtake, use overtake.
Okay, understood.
Bizarrely, no improvement for Ricardo in the first sector. Not quite sure why. Get past the McLaren without any issues there. Oh, this is not a good lap for Ricardo. George doesn't improve. Ricardo improves fractionally, I think. Yeah, fractionally in the final sector.
We need a back off.
Copy.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
Well, we've done the best we can.
Noise to manage the tires.
Okay, understood.
To recharge the pack.
Okay, understood.
You did a 109.3. I think I got a 109.3 earlier, maybe, in the previous session. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a 109.6.
Turn the
Got a
mid laser on.
109.6 here, so
Stop
not
on
too
marks,
bad.
Find boost at rev, switch off.
I don't think either driver's going to make it through. Yeah, Giovinazzi knocks out George. Hamilton gets through, so both Ferraris have made it through. Perez got through, but will start in 10th because of the damage to his car. And it's Oscar who starts on pole.
The streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers now prepare for 78 laps around this historic track.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start.
The world's most famous street track, Circuit de Monaco, and it demands total accuracy from teams and drivers alike. Pit stops are crucially important for passing here, so timing them right can be the key to victory. It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
All right. Who we try for the one stop tonight? That is the question. No, is the answer. It's a much, much slower. Okay, so let me try flipping it and going with softs at the start and then an aggressive medium at the end. Actually fractionally quicker. So we'll do that. We'll go soft, soft, aggressive, medium. Gonna take 3 laps of fuel. No, just 2 laps of fuel out of the car. I'm gonna get lapped. Quite obviously gonna get lapped once. Hopefully only once. We are gonna go very aggressive off the line. And then we'll calm the car down very quickly after that. We are ready to send them to the track. Let's head to the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. We look now to Esteban Ocon, who's clearly ready and raring to go.
It's a second row start there in P4. The trick will be not to slip backwards because there are plenty looking to capitalize.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
All right, strong start. Giovinazzi has immediately slipped back. George should complete the move on Perez. Might even have a look at the Williams. No, backs off. We're still side by side with Giovinazzi. This is where he might shut us down. No, we shut him down. And there we go, we're through. Right, let's calm those tyres down. Let's calm the fuel down.
Let's look after this tire.
Let's turn the battery down.
No more lifting post.
We'd like to have some Lyco. Need
And Russell in 11th has now got his teammate right behind him as Ricciardo managed to get the move done on Perez as well. Beautiful stuff. This medium's going to work for us in the early stint.
DRS enabled. So that's P11. So you have Stroll ahead.
In fact, we're the only ones starting on the softs.
1.0 behind.
Mixture of mediums and hards. Mostly hards in the top 10. Mostly mediums in the bottom.
Make sure you build some energy.
And we're happy with you pushing. Okay, back off.
Understood.
Just manage this tire.
Ricciardo's dropped away under pressure, but a little way off. He's in peak confidence though, which is excellent news for us. Should hopefully be able to see off Perez, and hopefully George can get the move done on Stroll.
Okay to push.
Couldn't quite get the move done, so we're going to go into harvest mode. Giovinazzi's got past
We'll
Perez.
just see what we can do. Okay, charge on, charge on.
And now Stroll has dropped off the back of Valtteri.
I'm happy to lean more on the tires.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Okay, we're happy to push, happy to push.
Giovinazzi's going to start putting him under some real pressure here. As well,
Okay,
ease
charge
down
on.
a bit more with George. Just try and get Ricciardo up onto him.
Think of overtake. So what DRS?
There we go.
Charge on.
So we'll look after our tyres for the next 5 laps or so, and then we'll turn them back up again, just to alleviate the early damage we did with those little bursts of aggression.
Okay, charge on.
I want to keep Ricciardo close. So he gets the DRS. There we go. So one other thing I did today, while I was working on the new logo, was to flesh out the Lotus a little bit more. So I have done a black and gold variant of the badge. I've also done a JPS black and gold livery, a camel livery without the camel, just basically a yellow Lotus. I've also done the yellow and green one, which I think was the Type 107, and I've also done a Type 109, which was like the last one that they did before Lotus folded. So 4 different variants of the car.
Happy to push more in high speed.
To charge on.
Copy.
Reduce speed, 10 kph down, please.
Okay.
Yes, Max is driving for Williams with Gasly as his teammate.
Okay.
To recharge the pack.
Understood. Yep, understood.
Going to start pushing our drivers' batteries again very soon. Start to close the gap back up to Stroll. I'm hopeful just turning George's tyres up will accomplish that as well.
Like to increase LICO back to level 3.
Okay. Understood. Understood.
And there we go. We have a full-on safety car. That makes things interesting. And that is Hulkenberg and Stroll, the 2 cars that we were chasing. And there they are, behind us. They crashed into Casino.
Safety car.
Hulkenberg is out and Stroll is out.
On, please.
What did they do? Side by side into Massenet. Oh, yeah. Clumsy.
Oh man, that was such.
As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
And that opens up a real possibility of a good points finish tonight, because we are now 9th and 10th. Now, who's going to box?
There is a Stroll crashed on the main straight.
Are we going to see anyone box?
It's okay.
If we had other
It's
cars
okay.
on soft tyres, I would say almost immediately
Debris
yes.
somewhere
And
here.
Piastri is boxing. And so is Ocon. So those medium runners are jumping onto hard tyres. You've got to imagine Valtteri's going to box, and he
Okay,
does.
so you P1.
We're definitely going to jump Valtteri. We might even... Oh, he's got another set of mediums. Piastri went with hards. That made sense. Those mediums doesn't make sense. Ricciardo's not going to be able to get in front of Ocon. George is up into P7. A load of other cars boxing as well. Giovinazzi is in. He's got to mediums, as is Perez. Max goes onto a set of hard tyres, as does Lawson and Joe. Gasly's gone mediums. Some very interesting tyre choices, and some drivers haven't stopped. It's Tsunoda here. Surprised he didn't, given everybody else did. If he boxes now, he's going to drop to the back of the grid. He's about to catch the safety car before we hit the end of the lap, I think. He might just get away with it. No, Tsunoda's staying out. I'll see if I can get us in the shot as well. Not quite. We'll try around the hairpin. You can see our two cars sandwiching Ocon's Red Bull there. So our tyres are a little bit worn compared to most of the tyres around us, but they're soft against hards for the most part. So theoretically, we should have a decent bit of grip. Van Dorn being behind Ricciardo helps. Let's see if we can get a good helicopter shot. I don't think we will get the shot we're looking for
We're happy with tires.
with the helicopter. We're too focused on just us.
Okay.
Just be careful on exit curves.
Copy.
Oh, that would have been a good shot if it had given us the horrors. Never mind. Is the safety car going to come in this lap? I wonder. The field starts to squish back up again. And it looks like it's going another lap. That or it's going to be a very late call at the end of this one. Marshals obviously need a little bit more time. Clear the wreckage. That works for me. I think I might be changing my strategy to something like that.
How are the tires holding up? Any issues with them?
I like it.
Or maybe. There we go. Unfortunately, this long delay behind the safety car has bled out all of that extra confidence of our drivers. We are back down to starting level. Which is a little frustrating as both drivers were in around the peak confidence level when the safety car came out, maybe a little below. Surely this lap the safety car will come in. There we go. Nice shot of us in the queue with the safety car visible as well. And there we go, safety car is coming in.
Safety car in this lap. Get ready for
We need
restart.
to go a bit more
Okay.
aggressive. We need to push the fuel. We need to push the battery. Let's see if we can gain a place on the restart.
Okay, safety cars left the leader. Remember,
A fault for Hamilton in front of us.
But it looks like they're carrying.
No help from Crofty. It's going to be very difficult to make a move on Piastri.
charge on, charge on.
Yep, fine.
And it's an engine problem for Lewis. Given the state of his engine, that may well become a permanent issue for the rest of this race.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Okay.
Ocon's going to be hounding us all the way. It's going to be so hard to stay ahead of him. Championship leader. Won the last 3 races in a row. But we have at least got a chance to build a gap back to Van Dorn, Bottas, Tsunoda and co. Tsunoda's going to have to box early as well. And if Van Dorn melts his tyres, he'll have to stop pretty soon as well. My main hope now, and our best hope for a good points finish, is that Van Dorn holds everybody up for multiple laps. Gives us the ability to try and hang with the front runners a little bit longer, create a bit of a gap so that when we do have to stop, we'll be a lot closer to the rest of the grid than if they were keeping pace with us.
Need some recharge.
Okay.
Overtake is available if needed.
Okay.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Try and get the temps down.
And Valtteri's got through. That's annoying. I was hoping Van Dorn would hold him up for longer than that. And I'm going to slip off the
No
back.
tyre
Yeah, it's already
damage
slipped off the
required
back of
for this
Oscar just by turning the tyres down briefly. We'll have to keep the tyres at this level then. Especially with Valtteri pushing, we'll just have to box a little bit earlier than planned. Go for a stop maybe about there.
Got no DRS.
Coming.
I mean, theoretically, I could. This is another option, is that we could go to a normal push on these tyres, come in much sooner, be a bit more aggressive on those tyres, and just melt what's left of the softs. It's about the same. I think that might be the way to go. as Ocon does get
Okay,
through.
let's make the most of it.
Yeah, that was pretty much a guarantee that that was going to happen. And Red Bull's just way better than us, and Ocon stays riding a lot of confidence right now, leading the championship with 3 back-to-back wins. At least this way we've got a chance of maybe sticking with him and the rest of the front runners and keeping the gap to Valtteri. Evening, Harvey.
To recharge the pack.
Understood.
And we are creating that hole for us to try and drop into. Little by little every lap. Can't stay out many more laps though, unfortunately. What's my opinion on this year's game? As a whole, it's a better game. It's just riddled with bugs at the moment. Bugs that keep popping up. You know, they'll squash some and create others. I didn't think it was that bad at launch, but it seems to have, if anything, got a little bit more unstable. This last patch does seem to have fixed, the main bulk of issues with, driver contracts, etc. But, there are still some save file issues that are affecting PS5 users. I've not come across that one myself yet. There are some weird little inconsistencies. There are some copy-paste moments from the previous game, which are a little disappointing. But as a general package, it's definitely a better version than the last one. It's just not quite as polished as the last one. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, understood.
Cool. Rear left if you can at all.
Pull it more if we can.
Yeah.
We see the front two are bolted away. Porsche definitely holding everybody else up.
Understood. Okay.
And Hamilton's fault escalates. So,
is the engine okay?
this could be problematic for Ferrari. They had a real chance to get some solid points today. Leclerc's doing well, but Hamilton had a rough qualifying, did get into the top 10, started down a few positions compared to his teammate, and has had a problem with his engine since the restart.
Charge on, charge on.
Valtteri is pushed onto the back of us.
Overtake available if required.
Understood.
Need to catch up. your P8. He's 0.8 behind.
We'll catch these guys. Let's catch them.
Our tyres are starting to struggle now. Only got to go another couple of laps and then we can box. I'll probably box Ricardo at the end of this lap. Sorry, the end of the next lap, and then box George the lap after that.
Understood. Okay.
I want to basically put Ricardo into harvest as soon as we hit the DRS zone, and then leave him in that for the rest of the lap. Build a little bit of a gap for George so he's not immediately under pressure from Valtteri as soon as Ricardo boxes.
Okay.
Box, box.
Box confirmed.
Just a little more management, please.
Yeah.
Hamilton's dropped down to 7th, and if he drops off the back of Ocon, he could become quite slow.
We'll box now.
Yes, box. Okay. Understood.
Chris Lacroix will help.
Understood. Daniel Pillow.
Charge on.
Copy.
All right, crucial stop. 2.379, that's a good stop.
Watch out, white line exit.
We are going to come out at the back, but we're right on the back, as opposed to multiple seconds behind. That will hopefully give me a chance to punch my way through.
The P20. Gasly ahead. Okay, we like to reduce LICO to level 0.5.
Okay, understood.
Remember, overtake is available.
And we are less than 4 seconds off the back.
Okay, charge on.
Yep.
And you go push, go push.
Understood.
Not a bad stop for George, 2.6. Hamilton has dropped off the back of the front group. Ocon's now pushed past Sainz. There goes Gasly. There goes Ricardo. And Sonoda has boxed behind us.
Gap ahead, 0.9.
And he's gone hard. So he might try and go to the end, but I don't think he will.
Let's just keep the pressure on. Mode push.
Yeah.
Come on.
Understood.
There we go. That is round Gasly.
Your tires start to be in better window.
Okay.
See what you can do.
Yeah, agree.
Can we overcome at least one of these cars up the hill? No, we can't.
Good job.
Russell's through.
Leave core increase, please.
Understood.
Have to wait until the end of the lap again.
Yeah, just go a bit slower.
Yeah, copy.
If you don't need it, no lifting coast.
Copy.
Got to clear these two quickly.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Need some recharge.
Understood.
Unfortunately, that means getting some battery in the car. Let's see if Joe can get himself past. Maybe it'll be easier for us to make the move.
Overtake available if required.
Understood.
On Fittipaldi rather than on Joe. He doesn't get through. Can we get one of them up the hill?
Understood.
Nearly. Again, we're kind of blocked. This is dangerous.
Yep, understood.
We'd like to increase LICO.
Understood.
Let me see if I can punch past one of them here.
Okay.
Try to stay within GRS. Overtake available.
Okay, understood.
Manage PU temp.
Yep, understood.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Okay, understood.
Manage your tires.
Okay, understood.
Okay, mode push.
Yeah, copy.
We'll let George go through and have a crack
You can close up the gap.
with his full battery.
Understood.
Let's use the free out.
Copy.
Oh, this is a worst case scenario for us right now.
Yeah, copy.
Tire temps are good and brake temps are good.
Okay.
Oh, what a disaster.
Charge on.
Copy.
Mode push.
Copy.
No more overtake.
Yeah.
I can't get through. Oh no, this is horrible.
Don't have the pace.
Let's just get into a
Oh, destroying my race now.
Please. just need to go charge on.
Copy.
Attack available.
Okay, understood.
We're trapped behind these two. Every time we try and make a move on Joe, he nudges across and immediately kills our momentum. So all we can do now is just try and protect our tyres a bit, build up a bit of spare fuel, get those batteries full,
Keep managing these tires.
and then try again another lap or two.
Understood.
Just hold back a little bit.
Alright, copy that. Okay, understood. Copy.
Someone's in. Van Dorn's in. If we don't get out in front of Van Dorn, that's our race completely ruined. We do get out in front of Van Dorn, but now Sonoda's going to punch through.
Battery's good.
God damn it.
Okay, understood. Do my best.
Get back in this fight.
I can focus on bringing temperature in the tires to recharge the pack.
Understood.
Let's see if you can find any time.
You can be aggressive with overtake usage.
Okay, understood.
That show's dropped off a little bit. If I can put him under some pressure here, he might lose the DRS. But at the very least, there might be enough of a gap for us to get past him. These two have actually been catching Alonso, so we haven't been losing as much time as we could have been, but definitely been struggling. Yeah, we just can't get past Joe.
Your P16, P60. Zhao in front of us. Car behind you, Tsunoda.
Just try and get him out of the tunnel.
6.
Understood.
Stay close.
Back onto Fittipaldi again.
Battery just
I see what I mean. Every time we get a run on him, he pulls some bullshit little
It's a cool air.
twitch in front of us.
Okay, understood. Okay, understood.
Just try to get clean air now.
Okay.
Have to get past him. Fittipaldi boxes. All the opportunity I had to try and jump a whole load of cars is disappearing, but we should now get the run done. There we go.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
We only just get through.
Keep doing what you're doing. Currently P14. Okay, Alonso ahead. Gap ahead, 1.6. we need to back
If
up.
Alonso stays out, we'll get Alonso on the next lap. I really hope he does, because I want to get my drivers back up towards peak confidence again.
Okay, yeah, understood now.
We've lost so much time. It's not even funny how much time we've lost.
Yep.
Mode push.
Coming.
Alonso's boxing. Damn it.
Overtake available.
Okay.
And we still haven't got past bloody Joe.
Try and close the gap.
There we go. Finally.
We just need to manage a bit more.
Yeah, copy, all good.
We've been doing... What lap times have we been doing? 1:17s. Oh my word. Yeah, we've been losing multiple seconds a lap. We're on fresh tyres now, but so are some of the cars that we were hunting after, and we are a long way behind them. Got to absolutely push now
Okay,
to
understood.
try and make up lost ground.
You can increase the pace.
Let's just put our head down.
Still driving clean out. Let's turn that shit off. There we go.
Yep, understood.
So what DRS?
Okay, understood.
Understood.
And there we go. Right. Hopefully that's normal service resumed now.
On.
Yeah, look at the difference in lap time. Immediately we're 3 seconds quicker on that last lap with Ricardo. I mean, we used battery to make sure we stayed away from Sonona, but even so, we should be doing at least
Management is good.
114s, maybe 115s, compared to the 117s that we were doing.
Try to do some lift and coast. Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Yeah, 114.5 for Ricardo.
Yeah,
This is the kind of pace we should have been doing 7 laps ago. So that's 14 seconds minimum that we've lost. We've lost almost, if you add up, say, 2.5 seconds a lap, that's another, what, 3.5 seconds, that's 17.5 seconds, that's almost a pit stop. You need about 18.5 seconds for a pit stop. 19 seconds, somewhere in that kind of window. So we've lost almost a pit stop being sat behind those slower cars here. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Reduce the lift and co.
Roger.
And by the time we catch up to Lawson, he'll be boxing. At least he won't come out in front of us. He's a 117. Again, we were 2.3 seconds quicker than him. Russell another 4 tenths on top of that.
Okay, charge on.
copy.
court, please.
Understood.
To lose time fighting.
Yeah.
No mistake. To go.
Understood.
We don't need to take any risk.
Copy.
Charge on.
Yeah, roger.
Right, getting our race back on track. Lawson's going around again.
How's the
Tires
tire
down to
day?
35%. He does another 117.0. Ricardo does 114.8. 115.0 for George because he was harvesting for a good chunk of that lap. But we'll be on the back of Lawson by the end of this lap, I think. And that's the race leader into the pits. He's going medium tyres. I don't know if they'll last the distance. They might do. He's not too aggressive with them. They should go the distance. Giovinazzi's in as well. He's going hard, so they will definitely go the distance. So that's him to the end. Perez coming in.
He's overtake. He's overtake.
Okay.
Lawson stayed out.
Mode push.
Okay.
Ricardo gets through and gets out just in front of Giovinazzi. That was important. Fortunately, Russell didn't.
Need some recharge.
And Ricardo's now to peak confidence
Okay, charge on, charge on.
and ready to go after Verstappen.
Yeah, copy.
Let's use that K1.
Copy.
Let's use the free air.
Force our way through at the chicane. There we go. Hamilton is in.
Good job. Currently you're P12.
He's going mediums. That will probably take him to the end
Gap ahead.
if
2.2.
he looks after them. He's got to do 40 laps on them. It's a lot. He will come out behind Ricardo and probably behind George as well, yes, and even behind Tsunoda. There is Tsunoda, who's still currently stuck behind Lawson. That's good news.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Don't worry, that's fine. Russell behind you.
Gap 2.2.
Charge on, charge on.
Cool Russell's tyres down a little bit. Giovinazzi got me. No surprise.
Okay, charge on, charge on.
Max is going to go another couple of laps, I think, potentially. Valtteri's in, so at least we'll stay ahead of Valtteri, although he's going probably to the end now. We should be miles clear of him, that's the annoying thing, and we're not. You like going long to avoid traffic? Yeah, I find that when we've got a good car, that's fine. When we've got a bad car, like we do, you end up just getting blitzed by everybody. You go long. All the front runners keep punching through past you. How you doing, Victor?
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, good job.
At least I should hopefully be able to get the move done here on with Ricardo on Verstappen.
Overtake is available if needed.
Okay, understood.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Copy.
To recharge the pack. Okay, you're doing good.
Evening, John. Lawson finally boxes, as does Joe. You can imagine if we'd been stuck behind them till now, the disaster that would have been.
Verstappen. Gap ahead, 0.5. Keep digging.
Come on, get him, 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 get him. Yes, lovely, thank you.
Copy.
Charge on.
Ocon's in,
Okay, good job. Okay, you've got the
and Ocon's out before we even get onto the main straight. And we weren't that far behind him when we boxed, and we're now 16, 17 seconds behind. About 16 seconds behind. Norris boxes from the lead. Those mediums will definitely go to the end now. Question, what if you focus on cornering for a while? I mean, you'll be good through the corners, but if you don't have decent acceleration, if you don't have decent speed, if you can't you can't actually make the overtakes, then I don't know. I haven't tried to focus purely on just cornering. I think it's better to, personally, I think it's better to try and keep the car balanced in terms of grip and speed when you're trying to upgrade it.
Get this race back to us somehow.
Because you'll work really well on some tracks, but you'll be a disaster on others if you focus purely on just one thing. And you might become incredibly specialised as well if you focus on cornering, because you might become really good at low-speed cornering and not so good at the high speed, which will be great for tracks with a lot of low-speed corners like Baku. But if you don't have the speed at Baku, then you'll just get absolutely trounced on the straights every time. And likewise, if you focus just on cornering, you might end up with a car that's very good in the high speed, but then you'll struggle at every low speed corner without the speed to help you and acceleration to help you defend. Again, you'll be a sitting duck on the straight. So yeah, I like to balance the development where I can. I want to get George in front. He is quicker.
We'll totally catch them up, okay?
we are working as a team right now, okay? Thank you, mate.
Ah, shit.
Charge on, charge
It's
on.
not going to pull over in a good spot.
Okay, mode push.
Copy.
That's what I was worried about. Shit. Ah.
Always focus and push. Sooner that behind you.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
When we box, we're going to be very quick, but a lot of medium tyres out there now. It's going to be harder to close back up.
Don't worry about it.
Mode push.
Copy.
Is overtake?
Yep, understood.
Reduce like overall.
Understood.
We'll catch them.
I'm going to back up the hill here. No, I can't.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Take on, mate.
Yep. Yeah, understood.
Cool. Rear left if you can at all. Okay, charge on, charge on.
Yeah, copy. Roger.
Overtake is available if needed.
Okay.
Didn't get the DRS.
Head down. Pull the turn more if we can.
Understood.
My pit window's opening up soon.
Okay.
Valtteri is caught. Back up a bit to George.
Let's add the lift and coast back in.
Okay.
Gap 1.6. Keep the head down. Keep the head down. Don't know what we have left. We need to increase Lyco.
Yep, understood.
Another thing is our pace is still pretty good.
Okay, understood.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Yep, fine.
I'm just so annoyed with the amount of time that we ended up losing. It's definitely a case of how many points we could have got tonight, I think, rather than how many we will get.
7.7. Head down.
Charge on, charge on.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still okay. Gap behind 1.3. There's 1.2 behind. No problem. Management's good.
Yeah, copy. Okay.
Push to keep within DRS.
The box Ricardo at the end of the next lap. We'll go one more lap on top of that with George.
Gap 0.4. Keep your head down.
Okay, gotcha.
We are happy with time management and the pace.
Okay, gotcha.
And box.
Box confirmed.
Mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Gap is 0.4.
Can we at least get a good, solid stop here for Ricardo?
Keep your calm.
Okay, then you'll pit lane.
It'd be nice if we can get out back in front of Alonso. Might be asking it a little bit much.
We'll get the tires
2.7. And we might make it.
We'll emerge in traffic.
Okay, we will box now, box now.
Ah, there goes Alonso. But we will get out very close with Max.
Charge on.
Ah, Max gets us. We're still ahead of Van Dorn. But we have work to do.
15. That's Verstappen ahead.
Mode push, mode push.
Perez
Copy.
looking strong again this weekend. It's going to be more
We're
points for Haas.
P9.
They're going to overtake us, I think, in the
Got
constructors
Bottas
tonight.
ahead.
Unless I can get both of my cars back up to the points and Perez doesn't get too many places above us.
You'll have Perez behind you.
We can cancel out what he can do. Maybe even
1.0
beat what he
behind.
can do. .4. That's a best time for George so far, I think. I might just be able to stay ahead. It's going to be tight. That's why I pushed the battery on the in lap And there we go.
P12.
Whew. All right, that frees us up to go straight after Lewis and Yuki.
Gap behind 1.4. There's still 27 laps to go.
Okay.
Overtake is available.
Understood.
Push less.
Understood.
Doing good. Currently P14. Alonso is ahead.
Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, Max.
Red flag.
Oh.
Red flag.
Ricardo's out. And I've just stopped with George. Everyone's going to get a free stop in front of me. He hit me twice.
I crashed.
Oh, that's so annoying. Now we're going to be outside the points. We're going to be back close with everybody, but everyone else is going to put softs on.
The restart is moments away as the
Ay, ay,
race
ay.
continues.
And that's our first retirement of the season.
And it's lights out. And away we go.
Temps are all okay now. Temps are okay.
Copy.
Oh, wow. A lot of cars still not on softs.
We need a back off.
Copy.
Well, that's not going to do Ricardo's mentality any good, but we've got a real chance to score some good points here with George tonight.
Alonso 0.5 behind. Just do the best you can. DRS enabled. Mode push.
Copy.
We're going to treat this like we treat a sprint race. Looking after the tyres. We've got a VSC. Alonso hit the wall behind us.
Keep going, you're doing good.
Oh yeah, just locked up into Mirabeau.
VSC.
Oh,
Positive
man.
on Delta time.
It's another car out of the way. Bottas is in the points right now.
Yep.
And YouTube chat is playing up again.
On the wall, 15.
Is everyone alright?
He's out of the car already. There's some debris. Near P12. Gap 1.3. "21 laps to go at the line. 21 laps to go. Stay off the curb. It unsettles the car."
Alright, copy that.
At least Max has got a penalty for the next race, but that is probably another toasted gearbox for Ricardo. And it's going to be another broken chassis and another broken suspension. Front wing was destroyed. Oh, I'm going to be so hurting for parts. I think we have a 2-week gap to the next race, which is good because we're going to need it just to be able to make some parts. I'm going to be able to make all the parts I need, I don't think. At least I'll be able to make enough to have a car, but I don't think I'll be able to make any spares. Might not even have the money. With Ricardo not finishing, that means I'm down about 380 grand? 390 grand?
VSC ending.
Yeah, agree.
DRS is enabled. Let's use the free air.
Copy.
Ow. Snapped my ankle. Thought for a second I might be able to catch Hamilton unawares there.
We'll catch these guys.
Just give George everything to get this move done.
Yeah, copy. Understood. Copy. Copy.
There we go.
Please keep going.
Copy.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Copy.
He's just going to get straight back past me, isn't he?
Mode push.
Yeah.
Let's recharge a bit.
Copy.
But he's now off the back of the cars in front.
This tire has plenty of life. We can push.
And we can return that
So we just
favour
need to go charge on.
Roger.
if we can stay with him.
Okay, perfect. Let's get back up to pace. Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Copy.
Let's catch the guys ahead.
All right, that might give me a chance here, going up the hill. And it does.
Okay, let's make the most of it. Okay, good job. We're P11. Ahead of you, you have Tsunoda. Charge on, charge on.
And I've got George just into peak confidence.
Okay, we're out of DRS. Cool, rear left if you can at all.
Copy.
And now we've broken away from Lewis. We've got to hunt down Tsunoda, Bottas and Perez. 8th could well be our limit.
Tsunoda ahead. Let's just get into a rhythm.
You got a bit worried after the 2 wins in a row. I think that's the only reason there. We managed to get past him and stay ahead of him. Look at the state of his engine, and his ERS is playing up as well now. If he'd had a healthy car, he'd have been up there at the top part of the grid. It's still closing us back down again. See what Perez is doing, 113.2. You
have Hamilton behind. 1.0 behind.
He's quicker than us. Lawson's fault escalates. Perez also on soft tyres.
Okay, back off.
Yeah, copy. Copy.
Still got 16 laps to go. 15 when we cross the line. Do not want to burn these tyres out too soon.
Mag 0.7. We'll just see what we can do.
We are going to get through against the cars in front, and Tsunoda's going to be tricky, even with that little issue of his. Let's have a look. What is the fault on his car? It's gearbox. That will help. That will definitely help. But even with that issue, his tyres are going to be in very good shape by the time we get in a position to actually make the move on him. Valtteri's going to be tricky because he's on softs. Perez is going to be tricky because he's on softs. He's a solid driver in a better car. A much better car than ours. So if our tyres are not significantly healthier, we've got next to no chance of getting in front or staying in front if we do somehow manage to get in front.
We still have a chance.
I've got to not just close the gap, but also keep Lewis behind me. And stricken as that Ferrari is, it's still a Ferrari, and it's still a 7-time world champion behind the wheel.
Behave up.
tenth out of the cars in front of us last lap. Taking a fair bit more this lap.
Okay, watch Hamilton behind. Gap 0.5.
Just try and get into that DRS to give us some
digging.
protection.
Mode push.
See if I can also drop Lewis as well just before the zone. I think I'm just going to miss the DRS. Oh, I might have just got it. I don't know. Hamilton's still in range. At the very least, we should get the slipstream.
Try and get the temps down.
Sorry.
Bottas has pushed to break away from Yuki. Close back up to Perez.
Tsunoda 0.6. Lots of battling ahead. Anything's possible. All the pushing you can get.
You see Valtteri's tyres are burning out. No, I'm fine to know the result. I would have just looked it up afterwards before the highlights anyway.
He's 0.8 behind. Okay, we're still okay.
1-0. Nice.
Yeah, just go a bit slower.
Copy.
Perfect start. I think the performance of Valtteri's tyres has probably hit that point where he won't be super competitive anymore. So Tsunoda will probably get him here. I have a Ferrari behind me. Yeah, no shit. Oh shit, I didn't get the DRS.
Maybe get this race back to us somehow. And we're happy with you pushing.
Who scored?
Let's catch him. No problem.
Copy. Copy. Okay.
Let's look after this tire.
Copy.
Charge on, charge
It's
on.
right back on me already.
Come on.
Sonoda 1.1 right now. Keep going, you're doing good. Plenty of K1 available when you need it.
Copy.
I'm no closer to getting past either Valtteri or Yuki. So I'm
0.5
further
behind.
away because I've lost battery.
That's okay. We'll catch these guys. Let's catch them. He's 0.5 behind. Just keep going.
Squeaky bum time. Running out of time. Running out of laps to get that extra position that we need.
Mag 0.7. Let's just get into a rhythm.
Okay.
Charge on.
And Snowder finally gets the move done on Valtteri. Now, maybe, just maybe, we can try and punch our way through.
Okay, mode push.
Copy.
Definitely got a lot more grit left than Valtteri does.
Okay, let's make the most of it.
Copy.
Let's use the free air.
Okay.
Go on, George. Yes. Good lads.
Copy.
Cool. Rear left if you can at all.
We've got a point.
Copy.
Can I get back on time, on terms with Sonoda?
Charge on.
Copy.
Just need to get that tyre temp down just a little bit more.
We see traction getting worse. How is the DEG?
No real improvement, no degrading.
Six to go.
Yep.
Almost got the tyre temps down.
push.
Tsunoda's fault escalates. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gear issue.
You have Bottas behind. He's 1.5 behind. We still have a chance. At the line, there'll be 4 laps to go.
Copy.
This is going to be very tight. Perez is now too far away from me. Just catching up to Tsunoda and getting past him is going to take all the remaining laps, and even then we might not be able to actually get Tsunoda. But I'm pretty confident that we can hold off Valtteri. As long as Hamilton doesn't get through, I think we'll be fine for 10th place. We are closing in. Start to unleash what's left of my tyres now.
Bottas behind. Keep digging. Okay, 4 laps to go.
Roger.
Tsunoda ahead. We will totally catch them up, okay?
I can actually get Tsunoda this lap.
Okay,
There is
charge
maybe
on, charge
the
on.
slightest possibility of me catching Perez, but it's highly unlikely, I think. But with Tsunoda's gearbox trying to eat itself, we should be able to get the move done pretty straightforwardly.
Yeah, tires are looking good. Mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Oh, Perez's fault escalates.
Man, I'm losing power.
As we go around the outside at Sandoval, up the hill towards Mirabeau, we are through already.
Okay, charge
3
on.
seconds, 3 laps. Very little tyre wear left. Can we do this? What is the state of Perez's engine? Not good. As it stands, Haas are going to jump us by a point, I think. If we can get in front of Perez, we will stretch the gap to 3 points. I believe they're only 1 point behind us. We have taken a second out on this lap. 2 laps to go. Perez is going to be pushing just as hard as us now.
There'll be 2 laps to go at the line.
Tyre wear is pretty much the same.
The gap is 2 right now.
But our car is definitely healthier.
We'll just see what we can do.
That's half a second. I need another half a second. We've left Tsunoda behind. Hamilton's dropped off the back of Valtteri. Valtteri's not even close to Yuki. Tsunoda Sorry, Perez is pulling away from us. He's burning everything he's got left.
Let's use that K1.
Coming.
It will be another points finish for us, though, so that'll be 4 out of 12 on our long-term objective. Assuming George can keep it together for one more lap.
Get back in this fight. You've got no ERS.
I don't think we're going to catch Perez. He's just
Starting
too far ahead.
Last lap.
Let's ease on down.
Charge on.
The only way we're going to get him is if he makes a mistake, locks up, or spins. That's it. He's too far ahead. We haven't got any battery left. We'll bring the car home. Make sure we at least finish. We'll try and take the fight back to him another day. Leclerc wins his home Grand Prix.
A win for Charles Leclerc.
Ferrari are back on top of the winning rostrum again.
They can be really proud of what they've achieved today. A result like that doesn't just fall into your lap.
What happened to Ricciardo? Verstappen happened to Ricciardo. Seems he's still holding a grudge from Baku when they were teammates. We crossed the line in ninth. It's not where I was hoping we would finish, but it is 2 more points. And once again, Sauber just miss out, so they stay rooted below us, as do Aston Martin, whose best finish was 13th. Hulkenberg failing to finish. That early collision with Stroll, bringing out that safety car after just a few laps. Could have been a better result for us had we not been held up in traffic on the restart. Could have been better result for us had we not had
Ricciardo after that one.
Ricciardo in the wall.
Having to retire early will no doubt be a bitter disappointment. But today is done and it's all about looking forward.
And the Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today.
Porsche gets on the podium. His first podium.
That sees them double their win tally for this season. They'll be delighted with that.
So 2 wins apiece for Hamilton and
Always
Leclerc. 4 wins now for Ferrari.
The incomparable
I'll bring them back up a bit in the
They'll
constructors.
be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt.
Well, might not actually. With Hamilton outside the points.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And thank you everyone for joining us this weekend here in Monaco.
For the next round, the teams are travelling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
Well, there we go then. Confirmation of the final result. Maximum points for Charles Leclerc. Takes the win and the fastest lap. 26 points for him and for Ferrari. Lando takes second. What a great weekend for Mercedes. Third and fourth. First career podium for Théo Pourchaire in his rookie season. Ocon in fifth in the end in the Red Bull. Piastri down to sixth. Giovinazzi seventh. Perez does finish ahead of us. That's 4 points for Haas. That will put them above us in the constructors. Russell does manage to get 2 points for us to keep the gap close. Tsunoda, good result for him, up 10 places to get the final point ahead of Valtteri Bottas, which does us a favour. And Hamilton, in the end, with his car really falling to bits, ends up in 12th place, down 6 from where he qualified. Van Dorn in 30th, best result of that Aston could manage this evening. Gasly in 14th, so still no points for Alpine or Williams or Sauber. Fittipaldi gets his best finish of the season, I think, in 15th there. Lawson 16th, also struggling with car issues. Zhou, who held us up for so long, down in 17th place. Alonso out. Verstappen out. Ricciardo out, thanks to Verstappen. Hulkenberg out and Stroll out, thanks to his own actions, colliding with Hulkenberg very early on. Let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Ocon still leads the championship. Lando Norris has closed the gap. It's now just 12 points. Leclerc jumps up 2 places above its teammate and Oscar Piastri into 3rd place on 126 points. He is 27 points off Ocon, so he's not quite in touch, but he's not too far away. Piastri with 120. Hamilton, again, no points for him. Falling behind now, nearly 50 points behind Ocon. He's 47 points back. Then there's a gap to Giovinazzi, who has just 67 points in the second Red Bull. Tsunoda gets a point there. You see him up in 7th place. Big points haul for Carlos Sainz there, moving him back above Lance Stroll. And Pourchaire moving up into the top 10 with his first podium. Perez dropping down, as does Ricciardo. Russell staying in 13th place. Perez on 20, Ricciardo on 12, George now up to 7. Hulkenberg in 14th has 4 points. Alonso in 15th has the 1. Then we're into the non-scorers. Bottas from Gasly, Lawson, Verstappen, Van Dorn. Fittipaldi's best result of the season does see him move off the bottom of the grid, and it's now Zhou who is 22nd. Into the constructors, 26 points for McLaren, matched by Ferrari, so the gap stays the same. It is 29 points still. Red Bull losing a little bit of ground. They're on 220 points, 12 behind Ferrari, and now 41 behind McLaren. RB in 4th get just that single solitary point, and Mercedes have closed the gap to just 6 points thanks to their drivers' efforts tonight. Haas do move ahead of us by 1 point, 20 against 19. But the pair of us are pulling away from Aston Martin, who once again have failed to score points. They have just 4. Alpine have 1, Sauber have none, and Williams have none. But that result from Fittipaldi does see Sauber move above Williams in the standings. As far as the pit stops go, we did get Ricciardo into the top 10 there, 2.379. Let's have a look at our best time with George. It was 2.46. So we were half a tenth away from Lawson's time there. Not too bad. In the DHL standings, Red Bull continued to stretch their lead at the top. 35 points for them tonight. McLaren picking up 19. No points for Mercedes. Aston just 1 point behind them. Ferrari in 5th closed the gap up with a big haul of points for them. We stay 6th. Williams jump up into 7th place, taking 4 points out of us. They are now just 8 behind. RB, no points for them. They drop down to 8th. It's 9th place for Alpine. 10th for Haas. They move back above Sauber, who have 14 points. Now you see we miss out on just under 400k with Ricciardo not finishing, although we didn't have to pay him a bonus for finishing in the points either. Not good. Only getting that much money because we have a lot of parts that we are going to need to build again. Let's inspect the damage. I'm nervous now. Got a spare rear wing at least. Let's see what the board thought first of all. They were delighted with points at Monaco. So that managed to overwrite the disappointment of one of our cars not finishing. Excellent stuff. Let's see. Yeah, a front wing failed, a front wing was destroyed, another chassis and another suspension destroyed. ERS has taken a whack. At least the gearbox didn't die, but the engine lost 20%. Well, maybe not 20%. The engine lost about 13, 14%. The gearbox lost just under 20%. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal at all. Christian Mansell, though, has also softened the blow, winning the F3 feature race. Let's take a look at the full results for Monaco. Go. Mansell winning that there. Let's see how he got in the sprint. 4th place in the sprint. Where is Tommy? Tommy didn't finish. Ooh. Where did he do in the feature race? 15th, gaining 4 places. So a better run for him in the feature, but again, no points. But Mansell with 4th place in the sprint and then the win in that main feature race means he should stay top. Let's take a look at the F3 overall. There you see he has got a nice healthy 33-point lead now over Alexander Dunn and Kasper Stuka in 3rd. Tommy down 3 places into 10th, has fallen behind his teammate. Well, one of his teammates, behind both of them, as Mari Boyer is up in 5th place, 10 points further ahead of him. But yeah, excellent weekend for Mansell. All right, we've got results back on James Irwin. We compare him to Gaten Diego. Gaten getting a very, very healthy boost. Gary Gannon, though, is the engineer that we want to replace. And again, yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. So, if we are going to replace Gary, it's going to be probably with Marcus, but he's going to be very expensive. His mentality is good, which means his stats are going to be even better than we see just there. There you see, look at that. Yeah, big improvement. If we go to Gary, definite improvement in the stats there as well. Contract-wise, expensive, but there's no buyout fee, so we would just have to break the cost of the contract for the remaining 4 years. There's no multiplier. Let me have a quick look. Let's go back to Marcus Dudley. Go to his full profile. Okay, so we do have a problem here. Because the only cost, there is definitely a problem in the way the contracts are working here, because there's no breakout multiplier applied to Marcus's contract, but he's still got 4 years to go on his deal, so theoretically we shouldn't be able to sign him for just that cost, which would be the cost to break Gary's contract. That is weird. Well, let's see if we can get him. And let's put big old multiplier on. I forgot to see which car I was putting him on. Shit, I hope I put him on the right car. Yeah, no spare chassis. But got one in the works though, by the look of it. Yes, I do. 3 days away. Right, well, I need front wings. That's it. That's all I can afford. Do I have a spare suspension? Yes. Ooh, okay, we're going in with no spare parts. Ah, man. It's not good at all. At least we have that 11-day period. We are going to get some money in 5 days as well, 6 days from the board. It won't be a lot, but it'll be enough to get our next research project underway, which we're going to have to do. And just try and coast through on the various parts that we've got. It's advanced time. There is the spare chassis. Let's immediately fit that back onto Ricardo's car. And there we go. Got a replacement front wing on. Yeah, we are really struggling for parts. Hospitality gets a boost. That will help with our mentality, I hope. Yeah, look at George's stats now. Ricardo's stats have improved again now that the mentality hub is back up and running as it should be. George is now looking very nice indeed. Right, let's get some money. Alright, how have our rookies improved? An extra point in cornering, an extra point in adaptability for Christian. Jack has not improved. And our main drivers, we've gained a point in adaptability for George. Williams have got a new chassis. And they're now working on a new front wing. I would love to be able to do that myself, but can't afford to do it at the moment. RB not having the greatest season. My heart bleeds for them. Let's slap in some more speed training. There we go. 4 days of solid gym training before we go to Canada. And then when we come back from Canada, we'll do a bit of split training. And let's throw in a day of car building as well. I can even get a little bit of extra training in there. Let's go with a little bit more car building. Perfect. And then Austria, sprint weekend. Again, we can go with a little bit of training. Let's just move that go. Ah, shit. Going to be at 25% fatigue on the Monday, which means we're not going to be going in fully rested into the next month. Can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It's just the way that the week has fallen. Never mind. Not a bad bit of training there. Finding a little bit more speed, improving the car building slightly. Russell has dipped again, but stats are still better than they were going into the weekend, I think. We have 2.4 mil. Ooh, okay, that's more money than I was expecting. Really do need to get a new front wing done. Just going to explore, see what kind of gains we can get. I can either really focus on the low speed, or I can focus on airflow sensitivity. Take a little bit of life out of the front wing as well. There we go. Our tyre wear's good, so I don't mind taking just a touch off the tyre wear. One engineer, normal. 44 days means I get one for Budapest. It's not ideal, but that's what we'll have to do. How much money have I got left? 630,000. Right, that's enough to pay for another chassis. 2 suspensions, 2 chassis. We seem to be going through these at an alarming rate, and they take more time than anything else. So, let me count the cost. Actually, 550 for a chassis. Getting low on side pods. I do have a spare side pod. Got 1 spare front wing at the moment, 1 spare rear wing, 1 spare underfloor. So it's suspensions. They are how much each? 300k. I could go for 2 more suspensions, but I think I've got another race back to back after Canada. I do. It's a chassis that I need just in case. So yeah, let's build another chassis. Need to boost that again. It's going to have to wait. Need to boost these. It's only 15 grand. I can afford that. Let's get that in. Yeah, we really need to get this up and running again. 320k. Don't have the money for it. Only 320k, and I still can't afford it. That's heartbreaking. We are really struggling financially because of all of these little crashes that we've been having this year. Ever since we got the new suspension and the new chassis, we've been breaking them just as fast as we've been making them. It's so frustrating. Alright, underfloor research and side pod research is done. I have to wait until we get our sponsor money now. There, before we can get any more research underway. Oh no, please don't be something bad. This is going to be something catching fire. I know it is. Oh, no, it's not. 50% effectiveness for 45 days. It's going to cost $1 million. It's going to put me in debt. But fuck it. Yeah, I'll take the debt. For the parts that we can work on, I will put myself in debt. Hopefully, we can actually just about get back to zero after Canada financially. And there we go. We are prepped and ready for round 9 tomorrow as we head to Canada, to Montreal, the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. That is it for tonight. Don't forget to check out my tutorials if you're looking to build your own logos. Even if you don't want to build one of the ones I've got a tutorial for, it's worth checking out 1 or 2 of them just to get an idea as to how you can use the tool, the design tool, to manipulate the various elements that we have that aid in your own creation. Also, take a look at the community tab, see if you can guess what the actual logo I'm building is. That will be going live in a couple of days, I think. I've got to finish building it first of all, which will probably be happening tomorrow, and then it will go live either late tomorrow or more likely on Friday. A reminder, if you haven't already found me on Twitch, you can find me on Twitch, same username as my Twitch handle, JimBob_JBPG. I will be streaming the start of Season 2 of Porsche on Saturday, a double header. That will be a long one, starting from 4 p.m. So that'll be a good 6-7 hour stream. I do hope you'll join me for that. And of course, we'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. tomorrow for round 9 of Brabham with Canada. So, hope to see you again soon. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.